You don't balance American power anymore. You bill it. This week, the most powerful militaries on Earth gathered in Ankara for a NATO summit, and every rival in that room had already reached the same conclusion. The age of challenging Washington is over. The age of charging it has begun. Welcome back. On this channel, we don't read the headline. We read what the headline is protecting. And this week, the entire board is running one quiet play. Washington is managing 4 crises at once: Iran, Ukraine, China, and its own alliance, and still walking into every one of them as the power everyone else needs. Meanwhile, the one actor that could force a full reset, Iran, is frozen in transition, burying a leader unable to fully respond. So the real story isn't a war, it's an auction. Let me show you the bidders. It started 2 days before the summit even opened. The American president called Vladimir Putin and came out speaking like a peacemaker. The same day, missiles hit Kyiv. So nothing actually changed. No deal, no pause, no breakthrough. But that wasn't the point. The call was positioning. Washington arriving at its own summit as the only power still able to talk to Moscow. So every European leader walks in already needing it. Manufacture indispensability, then collect on it. Erdogan didn't just host this summit. He priced access to it. The question isn't what Turkey wants from Washington. It's why Turkey has leverage at all. The answer is structural. Drone production the entire alliance depends on, and a working channel into Tehran no one else fully controls. That isn't diplomacy. That's infrastructure. Erdogan isn't challenging the system. He's charging rent to sit inside it. Then Europe, the largest rearmament push since the Cold War. But not because the threat doubled, because the assumption changed. That America may not carry the weight forever. Now follow the money. Rearmament at this scale only works under one condition. Energy stays cheap. Oil producers keep supply stable, prices remain contained, and Europe buys itself room to militarize without breaking its economy. Cheap energy isn't background noise. It's the financing layer of the arms race. While others spend, one actor optimizes. China frees an American pastor, immediately after a presidential request. On the surface, a humanitarian gesture. But structurally, it's a low-cost signal with high-value return. Minimal internal cost, maximum diplomatic yield. No summit, no escalation, no visible friction. Just controlled pressure release, designed to be traded later for something far larger. And underneath all of it sits Iran, not as an event, but as a constraint on the system. Leadership transition creates something markets always misread, a gap in certainty. Deterrence isn't about capability, it's about credibility. And during succession, credibility weakens. That doesn't create collapse, it creates probing. Small moves, no response. New baselines. Over time, deterrence doesn't break, it fades. And that fading is what everyone else is pricing in. One more signal outside the main stage, but identical in structure. Albania. Weeks of protest triggered by a development tied to foreign capital. But the trigger isn't the cause. The cause is accumulated pressure finding expression. And the rule repeats everywhere. Energy without structure becomes noise. Structure is what turns it into power. 4 arenas, 1 week, one underlying shift. Iran's transition, Europe's rearmament, China's positioning, the NATO summit itself. None of them are breaking the system. They're adapting to it. For 20 years, the game was about balancing American power. Now it's about something sharper, extracting value from it. Not replacing the center, pricing access to it. And an auction doesn't end when everyone agrees. It ends when someone stops paying. Watch 3 things. Ankara, whether Iran is even mentioned in the final statement. Tehran, how quickly leadership consolidates after transition. Brussels, whether rearmament becomes budget or remains in tension. The summit will end with the usual language. Unity, stability, cooperation. But underneath it, something else is happening. not alignment, pricing. The world isn't reorganizing against the strongest power. It's reorganizing around it. The biggest shifts rarely happen in the moment everyone is watching. They happen in the structure underneath, while the photo is being taken. If this helped you see the pattern more clearly, stay with it. Subscribe so you don't miss where the board moves next. I'll map the next shift tomorrow.